This was left behind after they died. It has a few data skips, but you might find it interesting. Leia flipped the instrument open and saw that it was actually a tiny vid recorder and playback screen. A journal? Anya, my daughter, found it buried in the mushrooms under a vaporator last month. The next time Gavin comes home on leave, we were going to ask him to take it back for Luke. Maybe you could take it instead. Of course. So it belonged to one of the Larses? I think so. Silya turned away a little too quickly and started down the stairs. Leia waited as Silya descended the stairs. Leia resumed her seat and activated the journal. The question entry appeared on the display. Leia asked for the first one, and a timestamp appeared in the lower corner. A moment later, a dark-eyed woman appeared on the screen. She had a small upturned nose and brown hair pulled back, and she looked a little tired, her face lined by worry and weather. All right. Who are you? Leia leaned forward, studying the image more closely. Luke's Aunt Beru? 08-31-01.
I'm afraid this thing still is not recording.
A gravelly voice, not as loud, said,
What are you doing, woman? I told you to clean my shop. Memory chips you clean at home.
The woman's image was replaced by a bald blue head with large, selfish eyes, a hose-like proboscis of a nose, and a huge mouth containing a handful of chunky tusks. In the background fluttered a pair of wings, moving so fast they were a blur.
Where did you get this?
The being demanded.
Is it yours?
I bought it with my memory chip earnings,
the woman said.
I thought...
Maybe I should sell it for disobeying me, eh?
The image in the display whirled as the being turned the diary over.
But it's not worth much, I think. Back to work, or I will.
The display went blank, the end of the first entry. Leia looked down to find the diary flashing Entry 2. She told it to continue, and the woman's face appeared in the display, smiling. 1947-02.
You might enjoy something to remember Watto by, so I left that as Entry 1. He's not so bad as masters go, and I do believe there are times when he truly misses your mischief. Annie, this diary is for you. I know you'll be gone a long time, and that you'll be very lonely at times. So will I. This diary is so that when you come home someday, you'll know you were always in my heart. But your destiny lies in the stars. You will achieve great things in the galaxy, Anakin. I have known that from the moment you were born. So you must never believe you were mistaken to leave Tatooine.
The journal nearly slipped from Leia's hands. Annie and Anakin had to be Anakin Skywalker, who had once been Watto's slave. The woman was his mother, and Leia's grandmother. Leia paused, taking a breath, then asked for the next entry. 19-12-03.
Watto came back from a trip to Mos Eisley today with bad news. He told me that Qui-Gon Jinn had been killed in a battle on a world called Naboo. No one knows whether he had a boy with him, but I'm terrified, Annie. Do I still have a reason to keep this diary? Annie, I'm so worried.
The entries for the next few months ran in much the same vein, though many had been destroyed by the data skips Silya had mentioned. Anakin's mother even spent what remained of her meager savings on a HoloNet news search, which yielded only the unsettling news that a boy had been seen shortly before the battle in the presence of the slain Jedi Knight. As Leia watched, she found herself reeling with emotion. She understood her grandmother's fear and frustration all the more keenly because of her own concerns over Han. Han would have run out of water at least 12 hours ago. Leia kept counting the minutes, the hours, wondering when this storm would let up. And she kept thinking of her grandmother, wondering how she had endured a wait that was so much longer. Leia would not have wanted to be the one who told the gentle woman the awful truth about what had become of her son.